First step, we're going to add the technical indicator we'll use for this scalping strategy. You select this one. We go into the settings. You can delete this and delete that. Is a technical indicator that will give you buy or sell signals. When the market is below the gray line, it's bearish. And when the market is above this gray line, it's in an uptrend. When there are trend changes, the market will break the gray line to move above it. And in this trading strategy, we're going to trade those trend changes. I'm on the gold chart on a 5-minute time frame. We'll wait for the next signal from the indicator and see if we trade it together. We can see a buy signal given by the indicator right here. The first rule to follow, when the indicator gives its buy signal, the candle giving that signal must be bullish. This candle must be in the same direction as the signal. Secondly, the market must break the gray line. You set the stop loss here, just below the previous market lows, because we assume if it returns to this zone, it might go lower. I'll let the candlesticks play out to see if the indicator was right to give us this buy signal. I'll let the candles run to wait for the next signal, and I'll take this chance to ask you to subscribe if you like simple, effective strategies. Here you have a sell signal from the technical indicator. We can see that we had this uptrend during our buy trade. The market was above the gray line, and we see it's now breaking below it, potentially staying there. The signal is a sell, the candle is bearish, so the rule is followed. We wait for the signal candle to close before selling, which gives us an entry price here. Set the stop loss just above this impulse candle, because if the market returns above it, it's a trend continuation pattern, so it might keep rising. Then, patience, we wait for either the target or the stop loss to be hit. Here, once again, the target has just been reached. We can see a buy signal given by the technical indicator. Once again, you have the break of the gray line. You have a trend reversal, a break of the bearish trend line right here. The signal's bullish and the signal candle's indeed bullish. So all the ingredients are there to take this trade with confidence. The buy price is at the close of the 5-minute signal candle. The stop loss in this zone, just below the wicks, and we look for a 2x risk reward. Patience until the target or the stop loss. You can see that the target was hit very quickly in a straight line. We wait for the next signal, and we can see that very quickly the indicator gives us a sell signal with this nice impulsive bearish candle. Once again, you have the break of the gray line. You have a red candle for a sell signal, and you have a very nice bearish price action with a nice bearish momentum. So that gives us a sell at the close of this 5-minute candle. We let the candlesticks play out and wait for the target, reached very quickly for a 4th consecutive time. First step, we're going to add the technical indicator that we'll use for this scalping strategy. Add this one, and before we start, let's go into the settings to make a few changes. We'll uncheck these 3 boxes because we only want to keep the strongest signals from the technical indicator. Finally, you can remove this and then we'll confirm. You have a technical indicator that will give you very strong buy and sell signals. I'm on forex with a 5-minute time frame, and I'm going to show you live how to use this indicator in this very effective scalping strategy. You can see a first sell signal from the technical indicator. The first rule to follow for this strategy is that when the technical indicator gives a sell signal, the candle giving the signal must be bearish. The second very important rule is that you must wait for the candle giving the signal to close before buying or selling. Here, we're taking a short position at the level of this candle. We set the stop loss above the previous high and look for a risk-reward ratio of 1.7. Then we stay patient until the market hits either the target or the stop loss. We can see together that the market has just reached the target. And I'll let the candlesticks run until the indicator's next signal. I'll take this moment to ask you to subscribe to the channel. You like discovering strategies? I release 1 video a day on new trading strategies. Second signal given by the technical indicator, and it's easy to see that the market has just detected a resistance zone here. The price action is very interesting because you see the market rejected this resistance with a bearish engulfing pattern. This is a signal I particularly like, especially in very important price zones. The signal was bearish, the candle was bearish. The first rule is validated. We wait for this candle to close before selling, and we enter here with the stop loss above the previous high in the resistance zone. And once again, we're looking for a risk-reward ratio of 1.7 for our target. Then we stay patient until the market hits the target or the stop loss. Patience is the most important quality for a profitable trader. Sometimes the market will give you your targets quickly, and sometimes it will take a bit more time. We can see that the market has just hit the target. That's a second consecutive successful trade by the technical indicator. I'll let the market run, and we'll wait for the next signal from the technical indicator to enter a position. The market here is just given a buy signal. The chart pattern is very interesting. Look, you have a bearish consolidation following the previous trade, and very easily we can see back and forth movements between two price zones with lower and lower highs and lower lows as well, which is the definition of a downtrend. Until the moment where here, the market doesn't make a new low, and it even makes a new high that's higher than the previous high. We wait for it to close, and then we can enter a long position. Stop loss here, and we're looking for a risk reward of 1.7. First step, we add the technical indicator that we'll use for this scalping strategy. Type it in and you can select this one. Go into the settings, keep 70 in this box and confirm. You have the zero lag technical indicator that gives you buy and sell signals. The signals are very interesting, very effective, and I'm going to teach you how to trade them as simply as possible in this video. You see that here? We have a sell signal on the euro dollar in a 5-minute time frame. Look at what happens next. Overall, this indicator will give you sell signals and buy signals. You can see that you have a green zone and a red zone. Simply put, when the market is rather bullish, the zone will be green. When the market is rather bearish, the zone will be red. And when the indicator thinks it's good to buy or sell, it gives you a precise signal that you can follow. The only rules to follow to track the signal are that the zone must change color. The baseline must change color as well. And the candlestick must be bearish if the signal is bearish, or bullish if the signal is bullish. I'm on the gold chart in a 5-minute time frame. I'm going to show you live how to properly use this very effective indicator. You see that the zero lag indicator just gave a bearish signal. The green zone becomes a red zone. The green baseline becomes a red baseline. And a third condition, when the signal is given, the candle is bearish. So the candle is in the same direction as the signal. When you see that, you sell at the close of the bearish candle that gives the signal. Right here, you set your stop loss at the top of the zero lag zone, and you aim for a risk reward of 1.5 or 2 times. We'll let the market do its thing to see if the indicator was right. So that's a first successful trade. We let the candlestick scroll, and we see that right after, the zero lag indicator gives us a buy signal this time. We can see that the baseline goes from red to green. We can see that the red zone turns into a green zone. And the candle giving the signal is, as you can see, very slightly bullish. But we can take the trade since it's validated. It's not a red candle, so we buy at the close of this 5-minute candle. We set the stop loss at the green zone and look for a risk reward at 2 times. Let's see if we were right to take this buy. And you see that the market has just reached its target. We had to be a little patient. The market was making small candlesticks, but you see that the stop loss was never threatened. The entry price very quickly moved into profit. You just had to be patient for maybe an hour and a half. So that's a second consecutive successful trade by the zero lag technical indicator. You're starting to see that it's simple to use, but incredibly effective. We'll let the candlesticks play out to look for the next trade. We're being patient, and we see a sell signal right here, given by the indicator. You're starting to get the 3 conditions that need to be met. So you have the green zone turning into a red zone, which is a selling zone. You have the signal given here with a red candle, so it's validated. And you also have the baseline switching from green to red. All 3 conditions are met. We'll sell the market at the close of the red candle that gives the signal. Stop loss, as usual, at the top of the red zone, and a risk reward of 2. A 2-to-1 risk reward is great because you might risk $50 to make $100. So even if you lose 2 or 3 trades in a row with a few winners, you're still profitable. In fact, you only need to win 40 to 50% of your trades to be profitable. The third trade is placed. Let's see if we were right to follow this technical indicator once again. I'll extend the zone and we'll stay patient. Patience is the most important quality for a trader. We can see that the market hit the target for the third time in a row. It took some patience, but you see the price action of a bearish market at work here. And so this indicator is actually quite smart. We'll let the candlesticks play out, and we see that the indicator gives us a fourth trade. We can see the red zone turning into a green zone. The signal is given here. The candle is bullish, so it's validated. And also, the red baseline is turning into a green baseline. We buy at the close of the bullish candle that gives the buy signal. We place the stop loss at the zone level with a 2-to-1 risk reward. We'll be patient until the market hits either the stop loss or the target. You see how effective the indicator is as it hit the target for the fourth time in a row. It's impressive. It rarely misses. So if you maintain a good risk reward of 2 or 3, you're almost certain to be profitable using just this indicator. You just have to follow the signals. In the end, it's actually quite easy to apply. You see that the technical indicator is giving us a sell option here. We can see the zone turning from green to blue and the baseline from green to red. And we can see that on the sell signal, the current candle is indeed bearish and red. So, you get it by now. This is the 5th time I've explained it. We'll wait for the 5-minute candle close. We sell here, put the stop loss at the top of the red zone, and let the market do its thing. 5th trade in a row, guys, and it's a winner thanks to the zero lag technical indicator. You can see here that we had a wick that almost hit the stop loss. But no, the stop loss was saved and the trade is once again a winner.